Alright, in this video, I'm going to show you a step by step how to install a visual environment in your system. But before then, what is a visual environment? Let's look at it and what does it do in terms of production. Now, a visual environment is a set of directories that holds a Python interpreter and a set of tools that are only used by that project. It lets you set up and handle your project dependency separately from other Python projects on your system. Let me break it down. Basically, we create a visual environment because we want to create our applications inside a dedicated space on our system. It is like a spatial it's just like a spatial space for our Django applications. Whatever we will be doing in the project, we will be doing it in our visual environment. So it will be a isolated place for us so that we will do our program separately. Let's say, for example, if you want to build an e-commerce website, creating a visual environment for your own project for building an e-commerce is the best way to avoid any conflict between your global programs and also that of the packages that you'll be installing to build that e-commerce website. So let's say, for example, if you have a new Python, maybe Python 3.5 installed, and you want to build another project which is also in different package, there's going to be a correlation. So that is it. Now, why do we want to set our visual environment? Number one, isolation. Due to visual environment, relationship between the projects stays separate. If you want to create two different projects, you create two different visual environment for them because you don't want to have that kind of clashing of a project, so that your computer or your system will work fine for you. In other words, you can run different versions of libraries for different projects and they will also will not crash. So another important is managing a dependency. Visual environment makes it easy to handle things that are things that your project needs. You can add, upgrade, remove, package without changing other applications or the Python installation on your computer. And the next is reproducibility. It is easy to make a copy of working environment for your project, so you can list exact versions of libraries that you use in your project. So this makes it very easy for you. And the last one but not the least, portability. It is easy to move a visual environment from one computer to another or share them with others coders. This means that you can work together on project without moving or having worry about any other things. So that is it. So we have to install a visual environment in our system to be able to work dependently on our system. So now what we need to do, as you have installed the Git bash on your system, what we need to do, we have to go on our desktop and create and install a visual environment. Now, we've created a file earlier on, which is this one. We say what my face app. So we'll come here and double click it. Once we double click, it's going to open, and it is empty folder. You can see there's nothing inside. So now we come here and we right click. Once you right click here, you have to come down and say show more options and click it. When you click show more options, you are going to see here open git bash here, open git bash here, then click here open git bash. Once we click open git bash, you are going to say this. Let me expand it. You are going to say this. As you can see here, this is your terminal. Right here, you can see the terminal here. I'm into it. You can see here the directory. I'm there, and I can be able to run a Linux code command right here, as you can see. So this is where we are going to create our visual environment, and it is simple for us to do that. How to install a virtual environment? It's just basically very, very simple. Now, for us to do it, we have to just go here. Now, we have to come here where it is and says, you see, just here, we say pip. We have to make sure that we write here pip install virtual environment, virtual env. That is what we need to write here. It means here you say pip install virtual env, virtual environment, and then you hit enter on your keyboard, and it's going to, you can see it here, requirement is satisfactory. Now it's telling you satisfactory, your system is ready and you can install virtual environment. So to do it here, you come here at the command here and write python and then dash m and then vnv. So, and then here you give a space in between here. The last one is going to be the name of your virtual environment. So I'm going to name my virtual environment like my env. It means my virtual environment. That is it. You can call it anything, but make sure you write it like this clearly and hit enter. As soon as you hit enter, it's going to create your virtual environment for you. Right now it has created our virtual environment with this name, as you can see right now. So if we go back to our folder, the one on the desktop, we are going to see a file with this name, my env. Let's go to it and see. When we go, we minimize this one. We are going to see it here. You can see it here. This is it, virtual env. And if you open it, if you open it like this, you are going to see it's empty. But if you come here, you are going to see a script here. So when you come here and then double click it, here you are going to see activate. You are going to see this folder here. They are Python folders. Okay, they are Python packages. We are going to come to that one here like this. Now, as you have created your virtual environment, it's very simple. For you to be able to activate it to work, you have to activate it to make sure that your virtual environment is working. Your virtual environment is working. And the way to do it here is that you can see here your virtual environment is working right now as it is. This is your virtual environment. To activate it, you do only simple thing. You come here and you say source like this. You say source. The name of your virtual environment, my own is my, ENV, and then you write slash and then script. You can see the spelling script because of that script that is inside here. Because of the script that is inside here, you can see because of this script, then we are telling him to go to this script and then activate. You can see the activate. You can say activate. So we come here and we say activate right here. Then we just put it here and say activate. Then it will activate it. We hit enter. As soon as we hit enter, you can see it. This is it, the directory of my virtual environment. You can see it here. You can see it yourself here, the directory of my virtual environment. You can see here right now, this is my virtual environment. I'm currently inside my virtual environment. And also to be able to look at it to see, if I have something in my virtual environment, we just have to write something. We say here pip like this phrase, to check, and you see there's nothing inside our virtual environment, as you can see here. So this pip phrase, normally it will check how many packages or libraries or what we have installed in your own virtual environment, to be able to see the list. You can see right now here there is nothing here in our virtual environment. As you can see right now here, there's nothing inside our virtual environment, but we would need to look at it here. If you want to deactivate, you come here, you say deactivate, right? Deactivate, and everything is deactivated here. So now this one, we are no longer inside our virtual environment. You can see here there's nothing like that. So if we come here again and run this pip like this and write freeze, and hit enter, we are going to see the list of the packages. You can see here the list of the packages installed in my own virtual environment. You can see it here. You can see it here in my own global environment. You can see this is what I have also installed, and it displayed for me. So for me here to go again, I can just go into my virtual environment to ensure that I activate my virtual environment. So let's go to activation. I can activate it like this, just like how we did it in the past. I will just say my env, and then I will just write slash script like this one, script, and then slash activate like this, activate, and then it will activate our virtual environment. You can see it now. We are in the directory of our own virtual environment. We can install all the packages we need to develop our own Django application in here, right inside here. And it's very simple for us to do. I'm going to explain what Django is all about and how we can use Django to build our own web applications, here. But here, this is what we need to do. In order to install Django application, we just write something very small, very simple here. We just write, we say pip, install Django. We're saying just pip installed Django, and we hit enter. As soon as we hit enter, it's going to start installing the package for us. You can see here is installing gradually. It's installing the packages for us. It's installing the Django for us. Now you can see it's moving gradually. It's installing the packages, collecting the packages together to make our Django install in our virtual environment. You can see it is working gradually, yeah, and successfully. You can see it now successfully installed here. Django 5.0.1. so here is simple. Let's go and check and see. Now initially there was no anything in our virtual environment, but we can go right now and check. We say pip freeze here like this, and check what is inside. You can see now we're here. From here, sorry, you can see pip, there's a there is this in there's wrong arrow here. You say pip freeze like this, and then we check the list what is inside. You can see it here. You can see we have installed Django 5.0.4 on our own visual environment like this. You can see it right here. So if you go back to our own folder, you can see right now here we have our this thing here. If you double click it, you are going to see the script here right above. We have the script right now here. So many things here with regards to Django. We have already installed it. A lot of things. We are going to go into it and see what to do about it. So now what I would do here is that simple. We will as soon as we have installed this, we are going to work into it to see what we can do with Django. In the next video, we are going to look at it, the settings of Django, what can we do with Django, and how we can build a scalable web applications with Django. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.